Okay, hello everybody. I guess tonight's Tuesday, right? Okay, triplet land. Last night we worked with Chafee and his triplets and the stick control book and the triplets. Okay. Hey Joe, how are you, sir? Okay. Just a little review of last night. We took the triplet, the elements of the triplet, the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the first part of the triplet. Then the second part, the second note of the triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the da. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and da. We played them against the jazz time. On just the left hand on the snare. On the first note. Second note coming. Third note. You guys remember that from last night? Any questions on that? Now I'm waiting for a few more guys to come to the site before I start talking about the triplet roll. Because next week, what I want to do is go a couple of lessons on my site, and I want to play some music. When I play music on this site, I get a notification from YouTube, copyright infringement. So if I go to my site, YouTube has nothing to do with that. I could put a disc in and play Impressions, Billy's Bounce, Blue Monk, or whatever I might want to play. And it won't come back to me as a copyright infringement. So I will be doing a few lessons in the next few weeks on my site as opposed to here. Now I'm going to probably go over this a few times tonight. What I want to just get in tune with, and there's no lesson prepared with this at all, is the triplet roll. Okay? Now, usually when we're playing a roll, we're always straight up and down doing 30-second notes, like 1 E and 2, 3 E and 4 E and. Now, I want to take a triplet roll so we could swing it. So when I want to play a triplet roll, I think, or I count right now, I'm not humming, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I'm going to do it slow. For each count, I get a duple. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. So, do we understand that? I mean, you're going to get a PDF on it, the triplet roll. We're going to use the stick control book, and we're going to do a melody. And we're going to use a syncopation book as well. But I just need for you to understand the triplet roll. What I do is I'm counting eighth note triplets. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. Simple. Now, to make it a roll, and that's eighth notes, I'm going to make them 16ths. I'm going to count, for each count, I'm going to double the stroke, or duple. 1 and 2 and We understand that? Gentlemen, any questions on that? We understand that. What do we have here? What is going on? Show, hide. What's this? All right. That's very nice of you, Joe. You have, I think I didn't look at my email or Facebook for a couple hours. I was outside doing some yard work. What's note mean? You have no questions? You have two options if you want to do a donation. Now, I'm keeping my site open, until the end of September. But when I go to that site and I start in October, you're gonna have to be a member. So you could either sign up on my site, and it's $19.95. It's reoccurring every month. If you just want to do it one month, no problem. You just cancel your subscription. Or, Richard, how you doing? Oh, Ricardo, I'm sorry. Paul, how was Hawaii? Ricardo, you're the one that's from Chile. Dave, you're from Mass, right? Okay. So if you want to do that, Joe, you can go to my site and sign up, or if you just want to do, I'm not asking for every lesson a donation or every month a donation. Occasionally it would be nice. So if you just want to send me something, you can go to my email, Brazil, I'm sorry there, Ricardo. You can go to you go to PayPal and go through, use my email or my name and send it to me. Okay? Now, the link to my site, let me put that in there. This old age shit sucks, man. It really does. Now, that's my site, okay? Now, my email you'll need, I guess, for PayPal is Matt Patella 1001 at gmail.com. Either or, it doesn't matter. Ed, how you doing? Oh, we got a full house tonight. Good for us. Okay. Ricardo, I'm sorry. I thought that it was somebody else, I guess, from Chile. Brazil. I was in Brazil. I think I told you that. Ricardo, did you email me so you get on my mailing list and I can send you some PDFs? And everyone else here who hasn't emailed me, you're not on my emailing list, so just email me. Ed, I know you are, Paul, Dave, and Joe. Okay? So, we got a kind of a full house, sort of. And this is not about tonight's lesson. It's just something that you might want to practice because of next week. Next week, we're going to start doing the stick control book again, and the syncopation book, and a melody. Probably impressions. But I need for you guys to understand the triplet roll and the difference between straight up and down and syncopated. Okay, so the triplet roll, I'm going to explain it again. I'm thinking eighth note triplets. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. Now per count, I double the stroke. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 3 and the 4 and the 1. So get that going and play the bass drum. If you don't want to play the bass drum, at least the hi-hat, heel and toe. Heel on one, toe on two. Because we're going to play, I'm going to give you some exercises to do using the triplet roll on top and soloing or make the dominant voice your bass drum from the syncopation book, the stick control book, and the melody. We understand that. Now, listen to Impressions by John Coltrane, Blue Train, Billy's Bounce, and we'll work on a few of them. All right, we're going to play a triplet roll on the top, and we're going to play the melody with the bass drum. It's just an exercise, how you could do a solo or take a verse, playing the triplet roll on top and playing the bass drum as the melodic line. That's coming next week. Now, what happens here, what was that? What I hate to do is, repeat myself. However, because we have new students coming, I have to give some of the lessons I've given in the past. Now, last night, Paul, this is the one that you like, and Ed, is the one with the Chaffee book, with his variations of the triplet against the jazz time between the snare drum and the bass drum. Okay? Now, I went over that a little bit and explaining the straight ahead time like this. Against his patterns, we did the stick control book, and I gave you one formula. But it's something I have to do because the people who haven't viewed that lesson or been here for that lesson, I need to explain it. Now, the triplet, I want to work on it, so it's no problem once in a while to revisit these things, and you might pick something up that you didn't pick up the first time. Do you agree, Paul? Do you agree, Ed? And the other guys? So what we're going to do is we're going to do triplet fill-ins, I call them. Other people call them something else. I don't even know what the hell they call them. I call them fill-ins, all right? I reference both from the stick control book and the syncopation book. We're going to start with the stick control book, and I have to again explain. Mauricio, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I'll get that right one day. How are you tonight? So, what I'm going to do is I got to explain again the difference between straight up and down and swung. Let's take the first line of page 5 of the stick control book, which is straight up and down, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm going to follow the sticking pattern. It's a 2-measure phrase. I'm not going to repeat it. So I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the first measure. So now, that's straight up and down. I want to swing it. So if I swing that, I say, okay, I go back to the triplet mode, Tripletsville, triplets are us. And I think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I reference off of line 1. And I say, okay, I'm just going to play the rights. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now I'm going to swing it. So I'm going to say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And by the way, that's not a molar technique, whatever the hell it is. It's just a full stroke. The laws of physics comes back. Okay, so now I eliminated the lefts and I just played the rights. So now I'm going to fill in the balance of the line as a straight 8th note triplet line. The right hand is going to be an accent, and the triplet fill-ins are sort of going to be a ghost note or piano or pianissimo or whatever you want to call it. So I'm playing the first line. I have 1 and the. 3, and the 4, and the. Now I'll play it a little tempo. I'm not going to play it, well, for the one surface, I will play my bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to play my hi-hat 2 and 4. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I filled in the balance of the triplet with my left hand. Now I go to line 2. Line 2, it reverses the sticking. Instead of starting with the right, it starts with the left. So I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now I'm going to eliminate, I'm thinking of it swung rather, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm going to eliminate the lefts. So that's going to give me 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm going to fill in the triplet. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, now next week we're going to do that with a triplet roll. I'm not going to expose that right now. Let's just stay on this and review it. Line number 3. You have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? We swing it 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Eliminate the lefts, we get 1 and 2 and 3. Fill in the triplets 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Little up tempo. Do we understand it, gentlemen? Any questions? I was moving around, fooling around a little bit. Now I'm going to do line 5, and I'm going to go back to line 1, and we're going to play a substitution against the jazz time. So line 5, again, and I have to continually reiterate this because of the people that will be watching and the new students that are here. So line 5, straight up and down, is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I swing the line. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I eliminate the lefts, so I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what's that, Paul? Let me put my glasses on. Okay, good. So now you understand it, and I'm going to play at a variety of tempos. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, not necessarily in that order. I might play 1 a couple times, 2 a couple times, 3. I might skip to 5, or whatever. And I'm going to play them on the one surface. I'm going to play the bass drum, 1, 2, 3, 4. The hi-hat 2 and 4. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's just on one surface. Now let's go back to line 1. We're going to do the same thing as we did on one surface. However, this time, instead of using the right hand, we're going to substitute the right hand for the bass drum. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to play that against the jazz time. 1, 2, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it? Now line 2, we're playing the da with the bass drum. 1 and da. Against the jazz time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line 3. Line 4. Line 5. Sorry. I'm gonna rearrange this drum set. I'm gonna lose this tom-tom. I'm gonna play with these 2 tom-toms and 2 floor tom-toms. I'm gonna move it over a little bit. This way my ride cymbal will sit here as opposed to way up here. I don't know how guys can play like that. All right, do we understand that? So that's just a few exercises. And the guys who've been here for a while should have the PDFs on that. I'm going to rewrite those PDFs for these exercises and send them out. So who's not on my mailing list, get on it so you get it. So now we're going to go to the syncopation book. Let's take a nice line or a nice page. Let's go to, I guess, page 30. That's a simple line or simple page. Just to explain it. Line 30, syncopation book, line 1. Okay, so now we're eliminating the straight up and down. So everything that we're going to play here is going to swing. Now for this exercise, we're eliminating the straight up and down. But when we start playing a little funk, we're going to start utilizing these in a different way. So what we're going to do here now, I'm going to play the first line. Page 30, line 1. Swung. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1, 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 3 and the 4 and 1 and the 3 and the 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. So now, let's take this and put the triple fills in. No bass drum, maybe the hi-hat if you'd like. A little slower. 1 and the 2 and the 3, 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and 4 and the. Now what I try and do is maintain a consistent sound. That full stroke with the right hand is consistent volume, and the fill-in of the triplet, okay, is consistent. So by being consistent, it makes it more musical as opposed to ponderous or pounding or, hey man, you know, blast beats. Matt, you got to stop that, Matt. Okay, I will. Just some variations of the same line. By changing the voices, it changes everything. Now, we understand how to do that on one surface or moving it around and having a little bit of fun. Now, that's the importance, that ride cymbal. It's free stroke down, a free stroke down. Triple fill-ins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, why am I having trouble with that? 1. That's why. 1. 1 and 2 and 3. Here we go. I forgot which I'm playing, the rights or the lefts. Oh, mercy. It's been a long day, gentlemen, but you get the idea. I'm going to revisit this next time. I'm just a little shot. The triplet roll is what I'm after. My mind is zoned in on that. I apologize. If I'm playing the triplet roll on top, I want to play this down with my foot. 1 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. We're going to be working with that. Okay. Any questions on what I've done so far tonight? Just a long day, that's all. I'm really tired. Thank you, Joe. Anyway, please email me. I need a little time to write these out. I've just been with the yard work and the garden and the lawn and taking the kids to basketball, to the beach, and all that good stuff. It's summertime. I was thinking about taking a week off, but I'm not going to do that because I'll be sitting on the beach playing mentally. So why should I do that? So Paul, what kind of music did you listen to or go to any clubs in Hawaii? Don't say the Hawaiian chant. Chant, rather. Paul, talk to us. Share with us your time at Hawaii. Don't tell me you went surfing and you went looking for sharks. At least the great white one didn't get you. Okay. If there's no questions, I'm thinking about in the next couple of minutes closing it up. What is Fleetwoods? I don't know what that is, Joe. I mean, Paul, rather. Paul said he went to the Fleetwoods in Hawaii. Fleetwoods. I'm not certain what that is. But anyway, did you take your drumsticks to Hawaii? Or do you have any drum teachers in Hawaii? Oh, okay. Is that what it is? The gold-plated Mick Fleetwood's gold-plate drum set. All right, send it to me. What do you think, guys? I should give this guy up? And just keep these two? Let me move these books off here. Have a little fun before I close up. Now remember, if you're going to frequent this, the syncopation book is a must. What was this? The stick control book, Gary Chaffee's time functions, his pattern series, and Mr. Joe Morello's master studies. And anything else I'll send you in a PDF for the custom lesson for the evening. or for the day or whatever. Now, I had one donation so far, which was really nice. And if I get a few more, Ricardo, okay, thank you. I try. If I get a few more, I will do 2 lessons a day. I've had 1, and I'm looking to get 5 total. I get 5 total, I'll do 1 at 1 o'clock and 1 at 7:30. And go with it, guys. Hey, Ricardo, are you and I friends on Facebook? If not, if you're on Facebook, please friend me and we'll talk. Or if you have Skype, we can get on Skype and talk. Same thing with you, Marcio. Are you still there, Marcio? Boy, it's been a while there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, any questions, gentlemen? Uncle Matt is tired today. This old age stuff, man, with the heat and shit, man, it really kills you. Okay, Paul, Ed, Joe, Marcio, Ricardo, and whoever else I've missed, I apologize. Well, too bad he wasn't there, Paul. You could have taken a picture with him and had a good time, a good memory. My wife really likes Fleetwood Mac. I don't really. The only reason why I listen to it is because she plays it. You're welcome, Paul. You're welcome, gentlemen. Don't forget now that triplet roll. I'm going to go over it again tomorrow. My hands are so down, it's pathetic. I got to start practicing. Okay, gentlemen. See you tomorrow night. Unless I get a ton of donations, we can see you in the afternoon. Okay, Ricardo, I'll hook up with you and talk to you, okay? Good night, Marcio. Guys, have a great night. I hope I've helped somewhat.